Welcome, everybody. It's Alan Andres here, founder of ZuCoins and ZuCas. Today is, as we expected, the 4 o'clock Australian Eastern Daylight Standard Time of It's ZuTime. My time is your time, and that's fantastic to be back with everybody. Been an amazing week and a half or so. 17th of December, here we are, not far to Christmas, and I think we're all looking forward to a magnificent early Christmas present, which we're going to talk and chat about. So today is the day that I'm introducing you to a great friend, an enormous character in Jason Akermanis, probably just referred to him as Acker during the course of this catch-up. So let's bring the great man back on board, and we shall lock him in. Hang on. There you go. Technically now we have lost him in Brisbane. Just hold your show there.
We are here. 2, 1.
Jason.
Back online. I'm here. Oh, you love technology. Just when you need it, it just lets you down. Feeding them. Just lets your ass down.
Wait a minute, Acker. Let me just work this through here.
Rightio. Technology at its best.
Hey there, Acker. Don't you move.
Not moving. You're not physically move. Right.
We're back. We're here.
I see you. I can see you. Can you see me?
Not yet. I've got to bring you back into play. Just hang on. I'm going to get some help. Yeah. I want to get both of those on there. I love this live. Oh,
there I am.
That's better.
I'm here.
How good's that? We're running one of the greatest companies on the planet. 2 old blokes. I'm the oldest. And there's a little button there that needed me to press it. But that's how it is with live broadcasts, isn't it, mate?
It is. It could be worse. You could, own a racehorse and have the jockeys completely stuff it up every time you race. But that's another story.
Well, let me get back into where I was going to start, and that was the intro to bring you on board. Jason Akermanis, great friend, absolute awesome bloke. And I thought what I would do, Jason, is for those around the world who are saying, well, who the hell's Jason? I've no idea. I'd give a little bit of a rundown. Firstly, we're calling in from Brisbane, so that's your hometown base up there.
I am. I'm right near the Gabba, where, of course, I kicked many hundreds of great goals. It's about nearly a storm coming through, Al, just to paint the picture. It's no good for a horse race because the wet track would completely derail all your horses. But yes, I did play in the AFL for 16 years, 4-time Hall of Famer, 3-time AFL Premiership player, 2001 Brownlow medalist. But, that was 10 years ago. We've moved on.
You have indeed. But look, before we move on too quick, I just want to, for those that are our overseas clients that don't understand, we have this amazing game here called the Australian Football League, Aussie Rules. You are one of the great, in fact, you're in the Hall of Fame, as I understand, so that's a big thing. You've won the greatest accolade that we've ever seen, which is the Brownlow medal. We all, as individuals, we want to go down that road. You mentioned all of those wonderful awards. You've had 3-time Premiership player. List goes on, but certainly I just thought I'd play this little screenshot here, Jason, just to revive some of the memories. Give us a few minutes for our overseas.
Well, we could be here for hours, but you just watch that load up. Just go to number 1. There's some pretty good goals.
Oh, just a couple there. It won't go long.
This is the 2002 goal of the year. Won 10 grand for this goal.
Akermanis on the charge. This will lift the crowd. Akermanis takes him on, backs himself.
Can't even say my name right.
Now you go. Pulls it up. Takes a goal. Magnificent play by Akermanis. Team lifting stuff. And the flags are
The
waving at the
Akermanis.
Gabba.
Kevin Bartlett. You
3
idiot.
points the margin. Toto got the deck. Akermanis does well. Bang, both down. Clouds is the umpire. Akermanis.
Here he comes.
He's a bulldog through and through.
Let's get that. Just put that straight through the goals. Win the game for the boys. Sean Higgins giving a handball. Man, that's rare.
Take a bow. Akermanis. Tackle on Wilson. He did dive on. Higgins.
20 seconds later, if you don't mind. Did win the game.
It's amazing. All Collingwood fans look away.
Around the corner to the full forward area.
This is to win the game. The winning goal. Thanks, Lindsay. Bringing that one down to the front.
Yeah, this one.
These are all right, these goosebumps. Still gives me goosebumps, that goal. They're fairly good.
Yeah.
It's nearly as wet as it is here.
Jason, the reason I wanted to share that is it's going to get the motivation into play and perspective and our relationship. So that sets the theme for what we're doing today, because if we look back, as you know, I'm a big promoter of never give up in anything you do. And we'll talk a little bit more about your background as never giving up and what it means to get to that position, those accolades that you've received. There's one more thing I want to do now quickly, and that's in the horsing world, is just share briefly another great Australian who never gives up. So this will take a couple of seconds, and let's just have a look, and this will bring it in context of the wallet, what everybody wants to know about and what you've been doing and why ZuTime is taking on the world with the people that we surround ourselves with. So let's have a quick quiz.
Here he is. One of the greatest races ever.
Alligator Blood jumped away well and cleanly. Your Deal Catalyst, a line of three early. Dallas Sand behind them. Cheney a 50 and a two-length Soul Patch. Alligator Blood matched by Catalyst in the first 200 metres. They're about a length and three-quarters in front of Your Deal. Third, Cheney a fourth. The Paint just wanting to pull a shade. A length and a quarter. Dallas Sand and Soul Patch last of the six. Alligator Blood relaxes in the lead. 900 metres out by three-quarters of a length to Catalyst, who's happy to let the Alligator lead. Cheney a length and a quarter away, third, followed by Your Deal. Dallas Sand fifth on the outside of Soul Patch at the 800. Alligator Blood by three-quarters of a length to Catalyst, and the speed is neutral. Third on the inside is Cheney from Your Deal. Dallas Sand is getting going four deep, flushing out Your Deal three deep, and they were followed by Soul Patch. They come around the turn at the 550. It's Alligator Blood held together from Catalyst, giving it the steer. The race is on now. Your Deal a length and a half away from Dallas Sand, stoked up. Cheney needs to run in Soul Patch. 300 metres to go. Alligator Blood lets down now. Catalyst is sticking with him, and they were followed by Cheney. Alligator Blood at the 200 metres about a neck in front. Catalyst on the outside is sticking with him. Alligator Blood at the 100. Catalyst digs in. They're stride to stride. Alligator Blood and Catalyst. Alligator Blood just in front of Jusco. Alligator Blood has beaten Catalyst. Bring on the...
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Give you goosebumps, that win.
Well, that, the footy and the rest of what we do in life. And as you know, you've been a very close friend of my wife, who's also fighting for her life with cancer and so on. So you wouldn't know though. I mean, you know, the pain and things she's in. So today is about bringing together the whole aspect, that the doubters, those that were out there, what we couldn't achieve. And if that's the mental capacity that people have, Jason, you know, it's amazing to think that we're here and you're going to share the story of the version 74 wallet as the leader of the A team and that aspect in life. I don't think it's going to take you long, but just give us a quick overview of your experience of what you've shared in the last day or so.
So I've been lucky enough, we'd been doing this for probably about 4.5 years. So I think probably 4 out of the last, I don't know, maybe 5 versions I've had a chance to test. Then I get this one, the last one, which of course is the most important one because Robert and yourself and the boys have been testing. It's gone all the way through to the point that it is now. And it was even easier. Now, I know that in the past when we're doing some testing, we had a failure rate, which was ridiculous because it wasn't that hard, of 30%. If you can't do this, if you can't get yourself a wallet and do what I've done today, there is no hope for you. You should never have a ZuCoins wallet. It was that easy. So not only is it easy to install, easy to send money, but you imagine now with, I don't even know how many merchants worldwide it'll be in from the start, et cetera, et cetera. But you can go anywhere in the world soon enough and do this and pay for your accommodation with some of our big partners, of course, in 62 countries, one of the big hotel groups. You buy a cup of coffee, you can pay for your massage, and you get your discount through the AR on the way over there. So it's been in train. We know it's been coming. There's been a lot of doubters, a lot of haters, a lot of people called us everything from scam artists to whatever you want to call us, what wankers. But anyway, it's here today, and it is working better than you could believe. It's so quick. Well done, Robert. I know it's been a big build. You've been stressing. You've been up to 4 a.m. every morning, but mate, good job.
Thanks, Acker. I had a great talk with Rob today. It was quite emotional because I said to him today that for me, the year 2021 really has shown the way in which I like to surround ourselves with people that have that never give up spirit. And there was many a time where, Robert, you know, you're really swimming against the current, because if you look back to the white paper of Facebook, Jason, you know, they came out and said, well, you know, $1 billion and we'll build a peer-to-peer and it'll be trustless system and all the rest of it, and it's fallen in a heap. We are here today, you there, me here, and I said to Robert, you know, if I want to look back at the inaugural ZuCoin Never Give Up Awards, which is an award that I think should be an annual event, one is I place Joy at the top for, you know, her attitude and approach with facing cancer, and that's a you know, something that we don't share or hear from. I mean, those people are out there facing it day to day. We talk about COVID, but you know, you just don't get a vaccine for cancer and say it's gone. So that's one of the great. The second, obviously, is Robert in the persistence and the dedication and going against all of these coders and people that say it can't be done. Well, it's been done. It's over. Then you've got, you know, alligator blood, back injury, racing with kissing spine, winning races, fighting it out. Win or lose, it doesn't matter at the end. It's the point of not giving up. So that's the third. And then I look at you, Jason. You take hit after hit after hit. But at the end of the day, you're very intuitive in terms of the dedication that we've shown with the sport. The awards you've received is not done because you've fluked it. You know, you've worked your ass off. I don't think people realise that you've had your own near-death experiences and things that were told when you had your blood clots, that you were told you're never going to play sport. You know, that word never, is that a fair call? The doctor said you would never play sport.
That's what he said. Never again. You won't be going to school. You won't be playing sport for a long time. They're always good things to hear when you're 15, let me tell you. And how wrong they are, because, you know, doctors, they do get it wrong occasionally. Maybe I should have got a second opinion. But
you've got to have that self-belief, which is there, and that catapulted you to a level of persistence. Your mother then, unfortunately, died when you were younger, so that was another terrible blow. But you went through that. You've married an amazing girl in Megan. I mean, they say behind every great Akermanis there's a Megan. So,
I hope so. She'd probably tell you that as well.
No, I'm sure she does, and we love her. God bless her. She's a beautiful lady. So your three kids.
She certainly is.
And then along comes, you meet this wombat from Albury, me. But, you know, it's been a credible journey, hasn't it?
You couldn't make that shit up. So I go to play the Bulldogs in end of 2006, and there's this guy, Alan Endres, which of course we all know who he is now, but back then he was the short sponsor, had this amazing idea for this global lottery system. And, you know, membership base is just ridiculously good and way advanced to what I'd ever heard, particularly in FX. Anyway, Al comes to me and he goes, mate, I got this great idea. You ever heard of Che Guevara? I said, yeah, I remember Che. He's a South American, bit of an icon. Yep, he's the people's champ. He's Everyone believed in him. He just set everyone free mentally, you know. I said, that's great. He goes, well, I want you to be Che Guevara. We'll put you on a card, and everyone in the membership of the Bulldogs will, of course, see your face and be in love with it, and then we'll have this amazing product. And I said, that is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life, Al. But not to be deterred. I was like, well, what are you guys doing? And ever since then, it has just kept growing and growing. Now, being your mate, like it is to be my mate, it's not easy because you're going to have to cop, as you have, a whole lot of good and bad. You get the negativity. I get that. My friends get that. My cousin, who's 5 months younger than me, he's about 10 metres in there at a luncheon. You know, he's got to cop that too. But you know what? That's the beauty about people. How quickly we jump off, how quickly we forget that what we're doing is so big picture, so long term. It's going to take a mountain of effort. We're not giving up. We never did. We've had some pretty shitty things happen. Your court case, with the death of my mum, you know, I got family, bloody crazy family that I've got. But somehow we make it work and we get to this point. Let me tell you, from now on, you know, this particular product and everything we've been involved in, like, it's world changing. It's not just something that you just make up and do in a month. Like, it's taken how long, Al? I mean, that was 2008. We went FX, AR, and now we're in, of course, we had Split Lock as well. And now we have our own crypto. So it's a big journey. But, you know, anyone that wants to come at us, hey, feel free. But you'll miss what we built. It's been a big build, and it's been a long time coming.
And I think the take out of that, Jason, is the one thing I hope that I've been able to instill with you is patience. Is that a fair call?
Patience. You're the most ridiculous enigma of anyone you could ever meet. You've got this unbelievable tolerance for patience, and this complete intolerance for dickheads. And then you've got this amazing systems that we could do that are just ridiculous, whether we're at the casino and you've got this amazing streak or big picture, but also this want to have a crack, like a bigger crack. Like, we're not talking about, like, not just a gambler's crack. You want to go all in. I've never met anyone like it. That was ridiculous. I've never met anyone that could be so calm and patient with all that crap going on and just stick to the program, and then on the other side be so aggressive and just want to win at all costs at some other times. It's just beautiful. You don't really see that.
Well, it's mate, appreciate that. And let me say this, that the all of those elements you've mentioned there, Split Lock and the FX and that, every single one of that's become a key component of where we are today with ZuCoins. We couldn't have mapped it out to that extent, but certainly we can't do one without the other.
Couldn't make it up.
You mentioned the lottery there, and that's going to be an amazing key plank, which I've alluded to in earlier episodes. I've tried to make sure people at least take the time to listen to some of those earlier episodes, because that's the whole format.
21.
Where we're going.
The irony, yeah. Episode 21, the last couple, they're brilliant. You know, everything you need is in those 3 or 4. That'll be it. You just find out everything.
Well, Aker, from here, though, I think we can share some of our big picture stuff. That you've been on the big stage. You have an amazing following. People don't sort of gel with how we want to take advantage of that marketing strategies, but we can release a little bit today. The first point for everybody is it's such a huge relief just looking at you and talking to you and seeing that you're happy with that round of the ease of that testing. It was stupidly easy in the end.
Crazy.
So from here, Acker, just so you know, in the discussions I had with Robert today, it was quite, as I said, emotional, because we're going to see Robert on the big stage. I mean, he's a character like you wouldn't believe. We laughed about the coding that he's done and the journey in the last, particularly 18 months. To have a completely fearless, peer-to-peer, trustless system that validates itself, and what you've just seen is extraordinary. And it's people that have come in early, the early adopters. You know, I talk 20% of Bitcoin, but I reflect in a bit of hindsight, Acker, about the heading of you being involved with the Bitcoin killer, and I think that's an understatement. Do you agree with that?
Oh, yeah, they have no idea what's about to happen. You're talking about something that's so inefficient, costs too much money, and ridiculously not scalable. You've got everything that's solved everything on this side with us and ZuCoins. It's going to be the biggest story coming out in the next 12 months. You have a look. I can't wait to talk to people this time next year before Christmas, because it'll be everywhere, and they'll all be comparing and talking about, well, geez, how did that even survive that long?
Yeah, and I think the thing that you and I always enjoy, because we've got a little sick part of our brains, is that there'll be times when it'll be taken out of context in the media, and we get quite excited when, like, to say that you were the owner at one stage was extraordinary. I mean,
Clearly, what journos don't listen. What are the chances? Write things that are incorrect.
And I found it amusing that some even thought you were the software coder, and that's not to say you can't do that. I'm not suggesting for a minute you're not capable of doing that, because if you put your mind to it, you could rewrite the whole code by the looks of it.
I could, but the important thing to remember is when I talk in absolute clarity about Robert Novak's the software engineer. We've got Alan Endres is the guy who had the big picture that had to put it into play. It's a bit like the theoretical, physicist that had to come up with the atom bomb. He didn't build it. It's all the other guys. So that's the Robert Novak. So I did explain this many times over. But, journos are journos. What's going to give me the best clicks? Put Akermanis in writing. We all know who he is. Let's just make sure everyone thinks that he's the guy that's behind it. Complete shit. But anyway, we move on.
I think the great thing of that, though, Acker, was that those that are in the know, they know what we're doing and know the plans, and the team that we've surrounded ourselves with. It is a team of fearless people, because each of them have, and I know you probably don't realise this, but you are certainly a great follower of one of my heroes, ex-bankrupt Walt Disney. He said that you had to think first, believe second, dream third, and then dare. In those videos I showed earlier between you and Alligator Blood, they're there for a purpose, because they're there that really reiterates that exactly what you've done. If you didn't have that, you wouldn't be a Brownlow medalist, you wouldn't be kicking goals and all the rest of it, nor would Al be back on the track.
No. I think also in the past we can see some great characters, but for us in our life, you see the selfishness. Let's say some negative articles after I did the Bitcoin killer one. One of them was from a company that bagged the crap out of us. The irony was that they didn't really care about us or know how good it was. They didn't really care about that. It was all because they just didn't want us to get in some way, shape or form involved in what they were going to do with Bitcoin, because they didn't want that to fail, because, of course, selfishly, that would be horrible for them, Have a look at these. Have a look at that poofter. Where's my drink? Can you give me my drink? It's my cousin. Yeah, well, make sure you do. Another ZuTime holder. But, these are the amazing things that the greed and selfishness of humans sits in their own needs. Don't worry about how great our platform is. I didn't want to know about any of that, or the building that Robert did. The fact that he's not one out. He's got many people that he has to access to build this code. Like, the story is going to be ridiculous. This is going to be the best Netflix documentary you'll ever see. I'll tell you, there's another 10 episodes just about Alan Endres. What do you think of it?
Well, there's a lot more news. So just sticking to the update now with the ZuCoins, we've ticked the box. Yes. We're happy with. We've got the remainder of your A-team crew will be shortly getting the wallets so they can have their little fun. And literally, we're expecting that to be about a 3-minute job.
Won't be long.
We've got next week Peter Allen, head of support, and Robert are now going to look at the 2,308 release for everybody to get excited with their 10 coins. So it's going to be a massive lead up to Christmas. We're pretty well working through the team, and then Acker, we've got a few big surprises, which I want to share a couple of that with you now on the marketing, which goes right back to nearly some of the days of when we started with the Western Bulldog strategy on how to maximise database acquisition, and you're well across that with your football connections, etc. So I'll just tell you another little story from yesterday. The team had been approached by another exchange. I won't say the name of it yet, but it's in the top 5, and we were all excited about the contracts, and we had to send $100,000 as the listing fee for this particular exchange. And a couple of items in the contract caught my attention that sort of flagged a bit of a red flag. So I got the team to make sure to double down on the actual CEO to get his consent directly in relation to this listing of ZuCoins. And it turns out we've got an extraordinary response on Liam Scammell with this guy. And there are a group of people that created a scam that's encouraging coin owners to try and list, and they don't actually own an exchange. So The funny twist to it was that the CEO, who's a major shareholder in this particular exchange, was relieved that we followed the way through. We did. We had a wonderful hour-and-a-half conversation with him in Shanghai. And the wonderful thing about that was it gave us an entry point that we're actually now looking to actually list on the real exchange as well with Beatrix in February. So I'll just let you know, Jason, that exchange has got 6 million members, and they are pumped with our marketing strategies that's going to flood the market around the world. And cannot believe how the effort that we've gone to do mass adoption usage. So what I thought I'd do is I'll put up one of the ads and see if you can follow the QR code sequencing, which will lead to, and try and show everybody the augmented reality, which brings in ZooCas and ZuCoins and the ease of global usage in our marketing. So let me just put that up now for you. If you can scan that barcode there, Jason.
Rightio, scanning away.
I've thrown you in the deep end here, mate, but...
I know, this is technology at its best, though. You watch this. All right, so I'm going to have to move this camera because it is now sitting in my phone, as you can... Whoops, sorry.
No, bring it in. We can't see it, Jason.
Sorry, hang on. So you can see it there spinning on my phone. You see
Bring
that?
it closer to the screen if you can.
If I can, hang on. I'm running out of arms here. Hang on.
No, bring it in. That's it. Stop. Bring it. That's it. That's in the centre. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can just see it, but that is a augmented reality 3-dimensional ZooCoin, and that's live from Brisbane with that car that Jason's got it sitting with. And that's going to go to millions of people from a scan of a QR code for download. I want to thank the team in New Zealand. I want to thank my son-in-law and his team, because we are changing the world, ladies and gentlemen, not just because of the wallet, but that is what's got the exchanges excited for mass adoption when we launch. So thanks for that, Jason. I'll pull this down now.
Wonderful.
I'll just show that's another type of the strategies in our marketing. So we are going to see this marketing across all newspapers. We've got football clubs, soccer clubs, cricket clubs, and if you're out there and you are part of a small group of people, let the support team know, everybody, because we are going to flood the world with wallets and ZooCoins instantly as we lead into end of January, as I said, with the listing in February of Bittrex. It's something the world has never seen. The exchanges have never seen it. And Jason, this is the never give up now, isn't it? This is what we're talking about.
Well, not only that, we've got guys in our network that people don't know about who have huge reach in what we want to do in the AR and the augmented reality side of the crypto. So, you know, it's not just how good that's not the only product. I know we can't talk about all of it now, but the guys I know, and you know personally within our group, that alone is huge and massive. But that there, what we just saw, basically do that with any group you want, anytime you like. There's your coin, just grab it, open your wallet, just spread it quicker than bloody coronavirus. It couldn't get close to this, Petting.
Yep. Now, mate, a couple of things about that spinning coin there, and I don't know whether Megan will allow you to do this, but we want to make that as viral as we can. We've got a lot of influencers that are going to come in and share that spinning coin, whether they're on the beach or the snow or the mountains or at restaurants or pubs or whatever, because there is going to be one of the world's richest reward programs for the best shots that come as a result on Instagram and Facebook and so on. And I was wondering whether you want to put your hand up to be one of the risque ones where that coin might be spinning to cover up some secret parts of yours, and show a few of those biceps, Jason, that you can share around the world. But this is the new Jason Akermanis. Is that something that would attract you to get that out about?
I'm pretty sure that's illegal in 20 countries. But look, the things I have to do to make sure it goes everywhere, I don't mind. I don't mind if we're at the beach or at the top of a mountain, or even better, we're on a plane that's on the window. I don't care. But, you know, I'm happy to help wherever I need help. might not risk that much. But, it is Christmas, and I will be completely drunk on Christmas Day. I have no doubt that we could probably do it then. Just don't tell anyone, right?
Well, the beauty of that is that now I know you're dealing with a very large hotel chain. Just give us a quick spin on some numbers there, Jason. What we're talking.
So yeah, I know with obviously again, friend in our network, great friend of ours. But the reality of what they want to do, which I love, because we're in a foreign exchange. You remember I'm always pretty tight with money because it came from nothing. And I'm always saying every time we travel overseas, it's 12.5%. We're getting completely killed on this bloody foreign exchange rate. And with our system, we had a little bit better. It wasn't too bad. But how's this? They're in 63 countries already. Now, of course, they were a major sponsor of the Lions a few years ago. And we can go basically to any of those 63 countries. We can go in there. We can collect our bags of cash here through the AR, through ZuCas. Go over there. Let's just say we're going to the UK. Go into their hotels. We can then pay for our room. We can pay for our massage, our coffee, you name it. And we don't even touch our cards. We don't even touch our cash. We've got it all in one system. They absolutely love it. They cannot wait. This is one of the biggest things they've ever seen. And as soon as they can, as soon as we allow them, they'll roll that out all over the world. And for the bosses back in Thailand, for them, their heads are falling off. This is only 5% of their business. But they predict that this 5% will go to 10 or 15% of their business in the future, which is a pretty big statement considering the businesses they're in, which are already pretty big.
And Jason, we've got some big numbers because we talk big numbers, and we're going to make we're going to walk the talk. That's what we surround ourselves with. Never give up people, and alligator blood, by the way. Don't forget Al. But he's got a following of 900,000 people now. So interestingly, some actually thinks he actually talks, which is great. Because, I know he loves his song, Frank Sinatra. But one of the things we've learned, the days when we got you to Albury Wodonga, you didn't even know that was a place that existed. I'm sure the world's going to find out soon enough. With the North Albury Footy Club, you came up, you coached, and that environment. One of the lessons I learnt with you, never, ever, ever forget about the small clubs and the grassroots operations, whether it's cricket or basketball or hockey, any of those, women's sports, men's sports, it doesn't matter. Because those clubs and communities mean so much to the people. They religiously go to the grounds. They're 500. They're small businesses. They're the ones that will embrace and have said to us, "Let's explode this opportunity," because they make money as we do on ZuCoins. You've got some amazing contacts in that regard, Aker.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. When I retired from footy, I went and played at another 30 clubs after I retired, which is kind of ridiculous. But if you think about that reach, not just the players I play with, not just the tournaments I'm in now, not just the golf clubs I am involved in, every single person on the planet is some way, shape or form, particularly in Australia, is this interconnected web that we'll now be talking to and accessing. Whether they like us, hate us, they don't really care. Because for this product for them, it makes sense. They're going to make, good commercial sense for their marketing or, of course, their business model. A little bit unheard of. So for all of us that have got big groups, and I know there's a couple that are watching that have enormous reach in enormous countries around the world. Sorry, plenty of countries, I should say. But this is something that just won't be like, oh, you'll see 1 month it'll be there and next month it'll be there. No. It's just this, as big as you can think, you'll never even get close. Because it's just that big, the spread of what we need to do and the technology now. Every country on the planet can take this as a legal tender. You can imagine El Salvador doing that. They've already done that with Bitcoin. Samoa, any of the South American countries with all their inflation, deflation, all their economic rubbish. Well, now they've got a vehicle which they can finally use in everyday life, and it's free to transact. Just buy some coins and off you go.
Mate, I'll tell you, we had an approach last week from a small football club, Central Victoria, and they put a deal to us, which we've accepted, that for sponsorship paid in coins at $100 a coin, they're going to spread it to at least 1,200 of their members for onboarding. They want to be participants in ongoing testing, branding around the grounds. In fact, they've put to us they're going to rename their local oval called ZuCoins Oval. So, it's a wonderful, and that brings in cafes and the hairdresser and the local shops. We know it's going to explode, but it doesn't matter whether you're a a big client that's got, millions of customers, or you're a small client. So, that's going to be a wonderful part of what we've learnt through our days at the North Albury Footy Club as we bring it back.
But now you look at the particular group we're talking about, have 8 million members, 8 million database, 8 million of just anything. It's just such a huge database. But then you've got the smaller ones that we've just spoke about. Like those guys, they reach, they talk, and they keep going. Even here in the clubs that we've spread it through in Brisbane and Queensland. Oh, my God. And, of course, in Brisbane, if you don't know, which is where I live at the moment, 60% of the adult female population have some type of crypto. That is just ridiculously staggering. You have no idea the spread that's already there in the community, but they don't really talk about it. You might know about it, but you go to a party, just mention crypto, just start talking about ZuCoins or whatever coin you want. You take note of who's talking back to you, and I guarantee most of them will be women.
Well, one of the things that the team is experiencing on the marketing, that little demo you just did then, which is live, off the QR code, the actual owners of the marketing teams, the newspapers and the digital formats, they can't believe that on the other side of that spinning coin, at no cost to them, and they can on-charge this, the merchants can put on their brands and actually add the cash vouchers, not only in addition to the wallet and the one free coin.
Oh man! Well, we know a particular company that spends about $6 million a week on advertising. You imagine when they move over to a platform like ours with the crypto that actually they can measure to the cent about what goes out, what comes in. You're talking about 10 years ahead of what anything's doing at the moment, and we're talking Facebook, Google, you name it. It's ridiculous.
I checked my old notes back. You remember when I raised? You're right there, Acker. Lost your sound, Acker.
That's all right. I did that so you didn't hear me cough. I'm a food
right. Mate, I checked my old notes going back as we've been following the dream component of Walt Disney. And I'm actually on record, as you know, have put out a document about the virtual real estate as part of the ZuCoin world. And I had a little note there that you were so excited about. I mean, they talk about metaverse and all this today. I mean, it's just a convoluted way of saying that we're trying to bring people in the real world with this augmented reality. We've got, as those winners of the 2020 Business Innovation of the Year, we've been right on the money for a long time. But a little note had me, when I first raised the fact that we could have virtual real estate that people can own and then receive royalties from the real world of the hunting and collecting of coins and transactions and things that happen with the vouchers, you were so blown away with that you said at one stage, I'd like to take ownership of America.
Yep.
Now, we couldn't give you America because we've got other people that want to share the wealth.
I'll take Central Park.
Yeah, Central Park would suit you down the ground, but I was thinking whether we can, if it did go to that stage where you want to be so wealthy beyond the coins, and they're worth shitloads anyway, but instead of calling it metaverse, I was thinking maybe we start to promote Akerverse.
I may get shot in the process, but I'm all for it. I mean, it's real estate, it's the virtual side. We've got to have a name for it. You can't just be virtual real estate. I mean, that's confusing enough. But all right, let's do it. You can pay me royalties and stuff all. But how big is that going to be? You imagine owning a part of Central Park or a part of Kings Park in London, or of course anywhere around the world, these massive places where everyone goes and loves, and you're dropping, any merchant's dropping bags of money there, and you're of course making a small amount on the way through. Unheard of.
That's why I wanted you, as I said, you're in Brisbane, north of Australia, for our overseas listeners. I'm in Albury, which is, bloody hours away by plane. You could be standing there now, as I've just done, and be receiving, as your favourites, spinning cups of coffee in reality, stuff for Megan for pizzas to go home tonight with, merchants at no cost, and all of a sudden they can receive money payments in ZuCoins at no transaction fees, and you're walking away with, a vault of exciting vouchers, and someone's making money because on that footpath that you're standing, they actually own the virtual real estate and receiving some bucks from what you're doing.
Exactly. I'll show you how good it is. See you, Ferg. I want to send. I might just send you some money. Hey, do you want me to do that live? I can do that.
Send me a.
So I'm about to use this is the tech the great. Can you see that? I don't know if it's but I'm just going to put here. Hang on. I'm just going to paste on them.
You do it first. And send it.
All right.
Turn it round and send it.
Hang on. Apple. We love Apple because when you copy stuff and you go to paste it. So anyway, let's see if I can do this here. I want to just, I'm going to text it to this number here, this Alan Endres, and I'm just going to send him one ZuCoin. No, that's the wrong, you fat fingers killing me. That's not right either. That's one ZuCoin. So I'm going to send him $60, confirm that, and that's that. It's gone. So there you go. Alan Endres has just got.
Just hang on, mate. Let me just refresh on my side.
It's gone. Now $100 lighter, but it was worth it. I don't know what service I got for it. Maybe the cost of this this bill, the ZuTime.
And mate, I've I can't. Where's mine? Oh yeah,
You got
green there. I've received. So thank you very much for that, Jason. I appreciate your time. You're paying me for your time. This is great.
Well, yeah, I'm paying you to have me on. That's all right. That's the easiest $100 of all time.
Well,
Make sure we're together again.
I think we'll look. We'll wrap this up. I just want to, in conclusion, one. Have you had anything in terms of what you've done today on the your test program with version 74?
No, it's going to get. I know we've spoken about where it's going, what it's going to do. So I'm just looking forward to the 10 coins, and the blokes who I know. There's lots of you guys watching. I'm coming in for the food's ready. Righty, I'm coming. That's what I got to come at the lunch. What we're going to do. I mean, for the 10 coins, I've got. Just imagine 100 on 100. So 100 people I like, 100 people you like. 100 people who are in this program, they can go back to me and back and forth, no problem at all. But of course, we want it to spread. So that's how quick and easy it is. So just remember that it's coming up. It's going to be a big organic explosion in coins and, of course, wallet holders. But then the exchanges come, then the AR comes, and then it just keeps going. So keep an eye out for it. It's pretty crazy, but you'll get used to it. It's not that hard. Geez, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Mate, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Love you, mate. I really do. And take care. It's best to the family.
Yes.
Alligator Blood running on Saturday. He's got everybody against him. He's got 61 kilos. He's got 7 more than anybody else. Everybody's written him off. I don't expect him to win, but he's going to bust his ass, and that's what we do in this world. We never give up. So
no, we don't. I had an extra 7 kilos on me once upon a time. I still made it work. Still won shit, so don't worry about it. It'll be right.
Good on you, mate. Take care, Acker.
All right, legend. Thanks,
Cheers,
guys. We'll talk to you a bit later. Bye-bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the catch up with Acker. I just wanted to make sure that you understood, the type of person he is. Wonderful friend, immense amount of contacts globally that you would be absolutely surprised with. We have a team that is dedicated to the commitment, the dream. That dream is now has become a reality. We're on an incredible journey now. Look forward to those wallets going out. It'll be the best Christmas present you guys have ever seen. You can play with it, use it, and just rest assured that we've got some incredible marketing strategies that has got people pumped about the uptake and the delays and the wait and the work that Robert's done is crucial to understand that the dumbing down of what I wanted has been achieved. That, with literally a couple of clicks, you get your wallets, you got your coins, you can send, because we don't want support and we don't want people losing coins. We've already seen a lot of people trying to scam stuff off you. Take no notice of any of that stuff unless it goes through our official channels. We've got new media channels coming up in the new year, which we're going to enjoy. So that'll be a thrill. The exchange, Bitrix Global, that's our February project for everybody. Those that want to take some early profits, fine, because the weight of it is about mass adoption, which is the formula that I talk about. I'm not flinching. This is a Bitcoin killer. I love Bitcoin. You know that. That is a sensational product, but it's got its pitfalls, which we've rectified to maintain a true peer-to-peer trustless process using the split chain technology unique to us. By the way, those that trying to get their head on Bitcoin and blockchain, there's a wonderful program worth watching on Amazon Prime, which is called Crypto or Cryptopia, Bitcoin, blockchain, and the internet. They talk about Web3. We are going to be an integral part of that with the explosion of what's happened. So stick to your guns, guys. Patience is a virtue. You know that. I know that. It's been a pleasure. And just stick to what I've been saying through the journey. I've got more news about my personal situation over the coming week, which is explosive. And that's going to really tickle a few fancies out there, I can assure you, as we lead into 2022. Take care, everybody. Any questions, support at ZuCoins.com. And we'll have a Christmas message as we get the wallets out next week. Cheers, everybody.